Okay, light him if you got him. Jonathan Fibonacci talks about Texas divorce kit. Serious Texas barbecue, motherfucker. There you go. Out here in fucking Colorado, we do some serious motherfucking Texas barbecue. We're not just barbecue, we are serious motherfucking barbecue. You're like, what the fuck is he selling now? Here you go, Jonathan Fibonacci and his beautiful Nikon photographer. So, no, seriously, here I'm out here, beautiful Durango, Colorado. And then there's this restaurant. I mean, what is it? What's wrong with Texas? Well, here you go. Maybe you're Googling. There you go. Serious Texas. I mean, anytime somebody calls their business serious. So here you go. I am seriously interested in helping men all over Texas get a fair and equitable divorce. There you go. Like, you're like, how the fuck did you go from barbecue? You're like, I don't know. Jonathan Fibonacci finds a way. There you go. Jonathan, email me, americano417@gmail.com. There's my intro. You know, I've talked on this channel before about men's rights and the importance of men's rights. And, you know, before I moved out here to beautiful Durango, Colorado, I spent, 15 years in Texas. And, you know, Texas is good to me. You know, I lived in Austin, Texas. I grew a finance company from nothing. Well, Jesus and I did. We grew it from $3.58 to over, $500,000, $200,000 a year. Boom, there you go. So what happened? Well, I went through a bad custody dispute. And that's still going on. And you know how I learned sort of the hard way that in Texas, if you're getting a divorce, it's really a woman's court. And men just sort of go along with it. And every day, men all over Texas, they find these lawyers and they go online. I don't know how you find lawyers. I found a lawyer in, I was living in the worst place in Texas, Lubbock, Texas. One of the worst places in Texas. Now, there are good places like Austin, parts of Dallas, but mostly Austin. Then my ex-wife, she moved the kids from Austin all the way to West Texas. Well, guess what? I had to follow them. Of course, I didn't know the laws. The laws talk about Texas 2503, and looking back, there were so many things I could have done better and wiser had I had some good legal counsel. Well, I didn't. And the reason is because lawyers want to win, and therefore women win in civil cases. So the only way that you're really going to get good legal representation in Texas in your divorce, if you'd ever decide to break out of Shawshank, if you're a man, you're going to have to kind of go, lead your own campaign and to make sure that that custody laws are enforced, and Texas 2503. And what are the laws with mortgage refinancing, and how do you split the equity, and how do you do that equitably? Well, I ran a finance company, and one of the loans that I did all the time was I did the Texas A6 loan, or the loyalty loan, which is a cash out loan, which is how most people refinance equity to pay off a spouse through a divorce. So I'm an expert in mortgage lending. I'm also a big advocate for Texas 2503. And having gone through such a bad custody dispute, one thing that I want to do is I want to give back to other men. And I want to share with men through a Texas divorce kit that I'm selling, that you can sort of buy a kit that will really help navigate one of the most important decisions that you can ever go through. So there you go. Buy my Texas divorce kit for $2,800. How do you get in contact with me? Real simple. Email me, americano417@gmail.com. Of course, if you like any of my pictures, you can always buy one of my prints. Each print, $42, $41. I'm a comic. I'm also a photographer. Run this YouTube station. But seriously, I went through such a bad situation with my own custody dispute, and there's such really bad lawyers out there. I know that's kind of an oxymoron or a redundant statement, but there are a lot of shitty lawyers, and they don't really care about men's rights. They don't care about your family. They certainly don't care about helping you enforce Texas 2503. So what do, man? You give up? You kind of just write massive checks every month? Well, you can, and that will cost you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You could do what I did. I moved from Austin to where my kids were moved to, Lubbock, Texas, one of the worst parts of Texas. And then that's when I ultimately lost my business. And so, yes, there are lots of consequences, men, when you don't have knowledge in a Texas civil case. And that's one thing I want to offer, from practical things about Texas 2503 all the way to the mortgage and helping you split the equity in your home equitably. So how do you get in contact with me? Simple. Email me, americano417@gmail.com, just like the coffee. Email me, americano417@gmail.com, and say, Jonathan Benoji, I want to buy your divorce kit for $2,800. Even if you help me with the mortgage and save me $2,000 and $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, which I will, the Texas divorce kit will help you. And then, of course, if you put Texas 2503 in your divorce decree, you're above most men in Texas. There you go. Email me, americano417@gmail.com.